Okay, so now let's welcome our honored speaker, Ilke Karrabogali, co-founder of Personalization. Hi, Ilke.
Hey, Kelly, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Can you turn on your camera?
Sure. Hello, that's me.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. So welcome you to the webinar today. Can you introduce a little bit about yourself to our audience?
Sure. My name is Ilke. I'm the co-founder of Personalization. I'm originally an industrial engineer, and then I had my professional marketing career at multinational companies. And with one of my business colleagues, Selim, I co-founded this company, Personalization, back in 2014. And we have been helping e-commerce companies ever since.
That's great. And thank you for the introduction. I'm sure the audience is now very much looking forward to your sharing. So without further ado, I will hand over the stage to you.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. As I introduced myself, I'm the co-founder of Personalization, and we provide AI-powered personalization solutions to e-commerce companies. Most of our clients are Shopify and WooCommerce merchants. And I can say that having worked with hundreds of web stores, I learned that personalizing the shopping experience is the need of the hour. So in today's webinar, I'll try to talk about this new shade of shopping experience. Okay, so let me start. Okay, so here is the agenda for today. So first I'm going to talk about why would any web shop need product recommendations. And then I will dive into the role of AI in personalization. And then let's shed some light on the related products, upsells and cross-sells that everyone is talking about. And then will come the how personalized product recommendations can be used on automated emails. And at the end, I'll showcase a few examples. Okay, so let's start with why would any web shop need product recommendations? Let me open with a few stats from the world of e-commerce personalization. As you see here, consumers are demanding personal shopping experiences, and they feel frustrated if they don't see any personalized content on the web stores. And millennials do not want to see irrelevant emails. They want to see brands that understand themselves and their taste profiles. And right now, most of the consumers are more likely to shop from brands which offer some personalized stuff to them and some relevant stuff to their needs. And Amazon is still the giant, and we see that nearly half of the consumers check Amazon if the brand they're shopping with doesn't provide product suggestions that are relevant. So I believe these stats show the consumer point of view and the need of personalization on web stores. So at this point, if you are asking as a web shop owner, what's in it for me, then I can share a few stats from our clients. In our product portfolio, we see 2 to 8% sales increases on monthly basis. And this, in some instances, this goes up to 25% or 30% contribution, especially in smaller stores. And not to mention the fact that automated and personalized product recommendations take the burden out of the merchants' shoulders, who are right now manually picking up products to recommend to their shoppers. So in that terms, we can say that recommendations are good both for the consumers, for the revenue, and the merchants and the marketing teams.
Yes, I agree. I think that personalized product recommendations is a must for the nowadays world. As a shopper who shop online a lot, I really enjoy the personalized shopping experience. Usually when I just want to buy a product, if that website recommend me another product that fits my taste, I will maybe give it a look and then maybe purchase it later. So yeah, I think it's a great tactic that could significantly increase the revenue of every e-commerce stores.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And here's a small discovery that we made in the years. Most of our recommendations are being clicked and purchased by the male users.
Yes.
So I think when the guys are shopping online, they don't have their friends or their girlfriends or their moms with them. So instead they take help from our recommendations.
Yes, that's right. When shopping online, it's always great to see that the website recommend products that relevant to our hobbies, to our tastes.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Yes.
And we use AI to do this.
Yeah. So can you share more information about this part, the role of AI in personalization?
Sure. Let's first understand the definition of AI or the role of AI in e-commerce personalization. So in general terms, AI is the ability of a machine or a computer program to observe and learn. So in terms of e-commerce personalization, what does observing and learning mean? So observing is we are processing massive amounts of clickstream behavior. And by clickstream behavior, we mean views, clicks, add to favorites, add to carts, and real transactions. And this observing and processing happens in milliseconds. And then learning comes on the stage. And it means, learning from this behavioral shopper data to come up with personalized product recommendations. So we try to understand what a single user is doing on a web session. And we try to observe what this person is looking after. And we come up with a smart estimate as to what item this person is going to purchase. So we use AI both to observe and learn consumer behavior and clickstream behavior in real time.
Yeah, AI is definitely like a must for e-commerce, every e-commerce stores.
Yes,
it's a very hot topic in recent years.
Revenue. Sorry, Kelly, please go
on. Sorry, I just said that AI is a very hot topic in recent years.
Exactly, it is, and it's helping e-commerce merchants in many ways. I mean, the topic of this webinar is personalized product recommendations. However, when we look at the customer center, the AI-powered chatbots, and the other AI-powered augmented reality and other kinds of applications, we see that AI is helping e-commerce websites and retail brands in many different instances, and this is likely to continue, and this is likely to grow.
Yeah, without the AI, I think it will be a hassle for the store owner to get the insights of their customers.
Exactly. So when AI is used with care, then it's helping both the consumer and the merchants themselves. So we need to start understanding how AI really works, and we don't want to get caught in the scenarios and everything. There are some people who are arguing that AI will replace humans. No, it's not like that. AI is here to stay, and AI is here to take the replicated tasks or the automated tasks out of our shoulders. It's here to help the humans.
Yes, that's right. That's true. AI is not going to replace human. It's just going to help human to do the task more efficiently.
Exactly. So let me show some examples of AI-powered e-commerce personalization and how it helps us. So it encourages customers to return to a website, because when you use AI, you come up with better personalization, and so you are able to get customers and have repeat customers by that sense. It also guarantees higher visitor retention and at the end loyalty. We also see that it gives an improved customer experience for everyone. And this, at the end, yields a greater revenue for the web stores. So the main point of integrating AI into personalization processes in a web shop is to increase conversions and revenue. Another benefit of AI is generating valuable data for marketing campaigns. Because you have many marketing campaigns as an e-commerce merchant, and when you integrate AI, you are able to gather more data and use it in your future campaigns. At the same time, you are able to showcase many different products to your customers. In a manually picked customer product recommendations, you only pick a few commercially important items to display. But when AI is in place, it finds the more relevant products, and this increases your inventory turnover. Because some products which are overlooked but best for that particular consumer are displayed via AI product recommendations.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so I believe that was what we could say today about the AI part of the business. Let's move on to the famous part of related products, upsells and cross-sells. A lot of people are talking about this concept, so I believe it's good to learn what these are, what these different rules really work. So when we talk about related products, we talk about recommending similar t-shirts to shoppers who are viewing t-shirts. So this is a context-aware service, and the context here is the item that the person is really looking at. But when it comes to upselling, we talk about pricing. So in the context of personalized product recommendations, upsells are the recommendations that are higher priced t-shirts to the shoppers who are viewing t-shirts. And when it comes to cross-sell, we're talking about matching categories. Not the similar products or the similar categories. We're talking about the cross-category items like recommending jeans, bags, or shorts to shoppers viewing t-shirts. So when we talk about these three concepts, it's important to understand the differences between these three items. We have seen that using related products, upsells and cross-sells together on a website increases the likelihood of conversations. So we recommend that the web stores, the merchants, use these three algorithms on different sites, on different pages of their websites.
Yes.
Okay, so let me show some examples. This is an example of the related products. In this particular instance, the shopper is viewing product A, and the personalization engine analyzes shopper X clickstream behavior, then finds similar shoppers to that shopper X. It then analyzes the behaviors of similar shoppers, and after this analysis, the engine finds similar products to product A that have been viewed by similar shoppers. So it's like first matching the product, first matching the user to the product, and then to the other user, and then coming up with product recommendations. The products, the similar products from similar shoppers are likely to be purchased by shopper X. So the personalization engine displays these recommendations in the form of related products.
So you said that store owners should use all these three related products, upsell and cross-sell, in different pages. So which page should be suitable to use the related products tactic?
For the related products, product page is the best page because there's a context. The context is the product that is being viewed at that particular session. So when I'm looking at bags, I need to be able to see similar bags because I haven't decided on my purchase yet. So I need to be convinced as a consumer. So the best way to understand my preferences and to convince me is to display personalized product recommendations in the form of related products. Product page is the best place for this. And when it comes to upsells, we see that product page and in some instances the cart page are good pages. Okay, let me show an example from the product page. So in that particular instance, the person is looking at a bag and we come up with higher priced bags. So profitability is, if profitability is the best commercial priority here, then it would be great for the website to display higher priced or so-called upsell items on the product page. But it's better to do it in line with related products. So on a product page, 2 blocks could be used. The first one might be related products, and the second one might be upsell items. It's a better usage that we have discovered so far. And when it comes to the cross-sells, the cross-sell algorithm is a tricky one because there is this editing function in it. So some websites, some web store owners tend to pick up some cross-sell categories. It's also a healthy practice when it's combined with automated and AI-powered product recommendations. Picking up some categories is a healthy practice. So let's say the commercial owner says that they want to show belts to bags, or they want to show shoes to bags. Okay, then as the personalization engine, we decide on which belts or which shoes to be showcased in this product recommendation area. So it's a combination of both words. Okay, the commercial priorities and automation, and it's a very healthy practice. We suggest that cross-sells are placed on the product pages, on the cart drawer pages, and the cart pages themselves.
So among these 3, can you rank the priorities of each one?
Sure. You know, having worked with hundreds of web stores, we have seen that related products is still the emerald ship when it comes to the prioritization. Because as I said, our first priority is to convince that user who is looking at a piece of an item. So upsell and cross-sell are the priorities of the websites. But when we concentrate on the priorities of the consumer, then related products comes up first. Okay, so we suggest that related products should be used on the product pages as a given. And then come the upsells and cross-sells. In some websites, tabbed structures are used. Let's say the first tab being the related products, and on the second tab comes up upsells, on the third tab comes up cross-sell. A kind of tabbed structure is also favorable.
Yeah, that is really a great strategy to use this.
And when cross-sells are used in the cart page, we suggest that there should be no link to the product page. Okay, so there should only be an add to bag or add to cart type of a button on the cross-sell recommendation. And the cross-sell recommendations shall be lower priced items, like, you know, cash items, like, you know, the small items that are placed in front of the cashiers in the physical stores. So if a person has looked at a bag and put it in her cart on the online store, then she should only be seeing lower priced cross-sell items in the cart, and then there should be only an add to cart button. Okay, This is the best practice that we have received so far.
Just agree.
Okay, cool. So let's then talk about the email part of the business, because we see that transactional emails or automated emails per se also need an element of personalization. So let me share what could be done about the automated emails. So the definition of automated emails are the emails that are triggered by predefined customer behaviors. And these behaviors are like sign-ups, logins, add to favorites, cart abandonment, purchases, being inactive for some time, or browsing a certain product or a category but not adding that in a cart, and some special conditions that could be defined by the online merchants. So the automated emails are one-to-one emails, and they are triggered by individual customer behaviors. And traditionally, these emails do not contain any product recommendations. But this is not what we suggest. We suggest a combination of both worlds, or like automating the email process and adding personalized product recommendations on top of it. So in these emails, there are two different parts. Let's say the first part contains the product that is put in the cart, like the cart abandonment emails. Or the first block could also contain the products that the person has looked at but has not put in her cart. Or the first part could, could feature some products which the online shopper has added into her favorites. Okay, so the first part is triggered by the customer behavior. And then comes the second part. In this example, the frequently bought together block is the personalized one. So it can include some personalized product recommendations that, that work with a frequently bought together rule. So in that email, the person can find the product that she has already looked at and the products that could be bought along with the original one. Okay, so there is the automation, there is the personalization, and there is the one-to-one approach. So this is a combination of both worlds. This is what we suggest for the webshop owners.
Yes, I've recently read a report that email marketing actually have a very promising conversion rate, especially for the upcoming holiday season. Yeah, and it can significantly, yeah.
Actually, we see 60% increases in click-through rates when an automated email is personalized.
Yes. And yeah, email marketing campaign usually decrease the abandoned cart rate, right?
Yeah, sure. You know, cart abandonment is one of the biggest problems that the web shops have, and they should be doing everything to decrease cart abandonment, and then, you know, send automated emails and do everything they can do to, have repeat customers.
Yes.
And personalization is having an important role in the way that it analyzes data and personalizes the experience, even during the cart abandonment.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, cool. So let me also showcase some real life examples, because I believe our audience would like to see some real stuff. Yes. And let me first about the types of algorithms, because the examples uses different kind of algorithms. As I said, AI related products is the emerald ship of this business, and along with this, AI upsell and then cross sells are very popular algorithms. But we are also using some algorithms which our clients also like. These are like popular products, AI-powered same brand or vendor suggestions, because in some instances the commercial priorities say us that we need to show items from the same brands or the same vendors. So that's where our automated algorithms kick in. The recently viewed products is not AI powered, but they should be somewhere in the website. This is what we suggest. And then comes the rule-based product recommendations, like if this, then that type of rules that should be manually picked by the webshop owners. These recommendations use AI, and then comes up with some product recommendations, and the merchant is able to filter out these AI-based product recommendations according to his or her priorities. This is also a very healthy way of doing things. And then comes the AI-powered discounted products. It is good for the discount seekers. We know there are many discount seekers out there. And then the new arrivals frequently bought together, and product reminders are also other kinds of algorithms which are quite popular and which our clients love to use. Let me quickly share a few examples about this. Here in this example, we have on the left side the discounted products algorithm. It mainly uses the product pages to come up with discounted products that the individuals may like. This is an example from a mobile page. And on the right side, you see related products. This is the Emerald Ship algorithm, as I said. It shows similar toothbrush holders to the person who is looking for a toothbrush holder. So this is the best converting algorithm. I can say it for sure. And comes other examples here. On the left, you see the popular products algorithm on the cart page. So there is an item on the cart right now, and the popular products algorithm picks up the products which are popular on the web store and displays them on the cart page. As you see here, there is only the add to cart button, no link to the product page. If the customer likes it, she can instantly add it to the cart. On the right side, you see the best sellers on the home page. Actually, home page is one of the overlooked pages in terms of personalization, but it is also a very healthy practice to apply personalization on the home page, because as the personalization engines, we already have data about repeat visitors, so we know if that person's gender or what kind of products the person has looked at in the previous sessions. So we are able to come up with AI-powered and personalized product recommendations even on the home page, just by looking at that person's recent clickstream behavior. So in this particular instance, you see some top sellers. Top sellers is also a good practice to showcase on the homepage, because the website knows that these products are always attracting customers. So why not showcase those on the homepage and increase conversions? This was my last example. So I believe you have some questions for me, Kelly. Am I right?
Yes. Okay, so thank you, Ilke, so much for such an insightful sharing. And those were very practical example and actionable tips. And now I'm seeing here that our audience are having so many questions to ask you. So now I think we should move on to our last part, Q&A. Sounds good?
Sure.
Great. So now I will pick some questions from the audience to read out. Okay. So I think the first question would be, what is the return on investment of product recommendations?
From a marketing standpoint, a merchant should demand at least 10x return on investment. So for every penny that he or she spends, she should be getting 10 pennies back.
Wow.
This is the general rule of thumb, and this is what the product recommendations has to offer. But I can say that in some instances, the ROI goes up to 60x or 80x. And this is usually valid for the bigger enterprises. Like for every penny they spend, they take 80 pennies back, and it's a very good practice of personalization. You know, it makes consumers happy, and it also makes online merchants happy. So when your audience, when the web shops are looking for personalization engine solutions to use, they should also ask for ROI. I mean, they shouldn't be caught up in the technical details or other stuff. That's my point of view. ROI is what the personalization engine should deliver at first.
Well, those are very high number. So everyone who was watching this, please implement product recommendation to your store to master your Black Friday upcoming.
Sorry, Kayla, I couldn't hear the question. Could you please repeat?
Oh, okay. So I just said that everyone who is watching the webinar, please implement the product recommendation tactic to their store so that they can master the revenue of the upcoming Black Friday.
You know, Black Friday is what we are all looking after, and the time is here to integrate product recommendations. You know, especially on the website, the homepage, the product pages, and the automated emails. These are the ones they shouldn't miss, and the time hasn't passed. I mean, they should instantly install one of the personalization engines, preferably personalization. And if they are a Shopify or WooCommerce owner, it only takes a minute to get it up and running. So they should reach out to us or to other personalization engine vendors if they are looking for more sales in the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday.
So if they implement your solution right now, do the AI need times to collect the data?
You know, actually it depends on the size of the retailer. You know, in some online retailers, if there's a decent amount of traffic, the AI is usually trained in maybe a couple of hours. But for the smaller retailers, like if the retailer only has a few thousand visitors per month, then it may take a fully fledged solution to learn the behaviors in a few days, but not more than that.
Okay.
And in the platforms, in the platform integrations, there is also the past data that is flowing through the API. So let's say if they integrate the solution today, we will also be getting the transactions of the past transactions of that web store through the API from Shopify or WooCommerce or whatever e-commerce platform it is. So it will also help us train the data.
Okay. So which platform can you guys integrate the solution to? Only Shopify, WooCommerce, or like any platform?
Actually, we are able to integrate with any platform because we have our API services. So, you know, if the customers are using native platforms or, you know, something they developed internally, it is also possible for them to, you know, integrate with our API and then get it up and running in a few days.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so now I will pick the second questions. Are there any legal constraints when it comes to the usage of personal data?
You know, we are all bound by GDPR. most of the personalization engines are not using real personal data. We are using anonymous data, and we usually process cookies for that. So the concerns of privacy are very, very minimal. But still, we have we have prepared ourselves for the GDPR. Let's say when it comes to Shopify, Shopify is sending requests, sending automated requests to our servers to delete some of the customer data, and it happens in an automated sense. So there's a job working on the back end and deleting all the private information about the customers. So we are up and running, and we are bound by all the legal implications. We are proud to say that. And I believe all the personalization engines should be ready for GDPR and other kinds of legal constraints if they would go on doing business.
Yes, that's really good to know, because nowadays many people really hate their data being leaked out and be used by companies. So that's a great thing. Yeah.
If a company is professional and using the legal practices, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Yes. Okay. So the next question is from an audience named Jamie. How can I integrate your solutions into my web store?
As I said, if they are using Shopify or WooCommerce, the integration is fairly smooth. They just add the plugin or the app to their stores, and we get up and running in a few minutes. If they are using any other e-commerce platform, or if they are using a native solution, then API integration is the best tool that you could use at the moment. It's fairly smooth, and they don't need to change their own area. Some web shops already have the related products or the recommendations area coming from their stores team. So they don't need to change the front end setting. They just need to, send us API requests. And as a response, we will be sending the product recommendations in the role of product ID. So let's say our response will include the product IDs that should be recommended in that container. So it's a fairly smooth integration.
That sounds very easy.
Yeah, it is. They need to read the API document that we have, and before that they need to send us an email to support@personalization.com, and after that, we will be sending the details of the API documentation, and if they have any questions, then they could just send the customer ticket, and the API integration could be very very smooth in that sense.
Okay, so now we'll pick the last questions. I'm seeing a very interesting one. So do the recommendations work on the mobile app?
Yeah, sure. Because we see that the customers are making most of their purchases from the mobile applications. Yeah. We are also ready for that, and we see very high conversion rates. Still, they could use our API to display product recommendations. I mean, they will have the product recommendations area. The ownership will be there in their hands, and they will just do the API integration and send us some requests. It's the same as they do with the web integration.
Yes, that's great, Ilke. Thank you so much for all of your answers, and I hope that Ilke's answers have satisfied all you guys. And unfortunately, we have run out of time, so we cannot answer all of your questions during the live stream. But don't worry, we will answer all of them later, right in the comment box. So you can still type in your questions even after the live stream ends. And Ilke, do you want to say anything to our audience before we end?
Sure. Personalization is the need of the hour, and it's not a nice to have tool. For us, it's a must-have tool for all the e-commerce websites. So I suggest that they start using the personalization engines, preferably ours, or another professional one, to see better results.
Yes. People, if you want to optimize your revenue for the upcoming holiday, please check out the personalization website. And we will also leave a link in the comment box for you to quickly visit the site. And last but not least, thanks to all the audience today. Hope you guys have had a great time with us. And again, thank you, Ilke and Personalizations, for spending time to join with us today. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, it's our honor. And okay, goodbye everyone and have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.